Did you know that this year Zoe Saldana officially became the highest grossing actor of all time thanks to Avatar Fire and Ash? Welcome to Up to Speed with David, your spot for good vibes, great conversation, and yes, a little tea before we get done. I've spent more time on my next guest's couch than I can count, and no, it's not my therapist, but she is wise beyond her years, and with a voice like hers, you can't help but lean in and listen. So, let's get up to speed. The voice that got you up in the morning, an Emmy-nominated media personality, Jersey strong, real to her core, a dog mom with hustle in her DNA. She's covered stories that spotlight diverse communities, two-stepped it with Broadway stars, and crushed workouts all on live TV. She's kept New York City moving, and I'm not just talking about her detailed, entertaining traffic reports. Her passion for storytelling is undeniable, and whether she's sitting across from you or welcomed into your living room via your television, she brings a warmth that makes you feel instantly connected. I can't tell you how excited I am to get up to speed with the one and only Alex Lee.
David! Stop, where are the tissues? I love you.
I love you. I am so
Wow.
excited to chat with you because you're fabulous. We'll start there.
Ditto. Right back at you.
Thanks. But the first time that we met, talked about that warmth, we were minutes from going on live TV together. At the time, you were getting up at 2 a.m., live on TV at 4 a.m. It was 10 a.m. when we met, and you still welcomed me into your home like I was walking into a friend's house. And I think that's more than just being a pro in your industry. I think that's real. But like, where does that come from for you?
Well, first of all, you don't make it hard because you are an infectious human being yourself. But if that's all that I'm remembered by, then I've done my work here on planet Earth. Thank you for that. And like you said, it's just real. I'm a big believer in just being yourself. Authenticity is key. I feel like I say that at least 10 times a day. My dad always says this to me. He's always said it to me, and it's something that sticks with me every day. Everybody puts their pants on the same way in the morning, right? No one's better than anyone else. We all have to start somewhere. We're all equals at the end of the day. We're all human beings. And so that's just kind of like the greater kind of more drawn out version of what goes through my mind every time I get ready to have a conversation with somebody, whether I'm interviewing them, I'm the other one being interviewed, or whatever it may be. Like, you just be real, be yourself, and be kind. I always say, I'm very nice until you give me a reason not to be. So I'm always going to lead with kindness. I'm always going to be open, warm, and welcoming. And typically 9 times out of 10, that is met with a similar response because you're kind of setting the stage, right? For like,
Right.
Hey, this is me. We're going to hit it off. And then if you choose to be an a-hole, that's on you.
It's probably like a Sagittarius thing that we share because I'm very much the same way. Like, I'm good to you until you give me a reason not to be.
And then you're dead to me.
Right. And that you just don't exist.
Bye.
Now, one thing that I always, and maybe you probably do or don't know this about how I feel about you. You've been everything from a mentor to a friend to just an ally for me in this industry. It's hard to quantify the difference that just a simple cup of coffee and a chat can do. And you did that for me at a time where I was like, I'm lost and I don't know what's happening. And you took time out of your day. Again, you were working at 2 a.m. and were willing to like just crank out a couple more hours just so we can sit and chat. What advice do you have for folks who are entering this industry, who are looking for mentors, allies, friends, community?
Well, David, thank you. And that cafe was adorable. Shout out to the Upper East Side, the little floral cafe. It's very easy to forget where you came from once you are living in your dream or like walking in your purpose, as I sometimes get woo-woo and say. But this goes back to what I was saying before. Like, we all start somewhere. And so I find that it is our responsibility, and I know that you're the same way now that you've made it as well. It is our responsibility, unspoken, unwritten, whatever you want to say, to, yes, blaze a trail, pioneer the path, what have you, but also to pay it forward and return the favor. I had a couple of good mentors getting into the industry myself, but if I have the opportunity to, and plus, I wouldn't just do that with anyone. If somebody's just like coming out of left field, I'm like, all right, well, let's talk a different time or get back to me when. But you were someone who's put in the work, right?
Mm.
And so I respect and saw that hustle, and I'm like, you know what? Let me be for him who so many people were for me, because that's what it's all about. We're all just navigating life. And so if you can be like a beacon or a guide or a mentor, if you will, for someone, you should always do it, because first of all, it feels good. Second of all, karma. Enough said.
That part.
Um, Pause. And then also because it's what it's all about, right? Like, why not just help each other through that and whatever that may be in that season of life? And that's truly how I live my life, whether professionally, personally. David, we were in the same room together.
Hmm.
That right there is enough. That should say enough about, your hustle, work, ambition, and everything you did to get to where you are. So for me, a cup of coffee with you is brainless. Um, it's a no, like, duh. Seek out the people who you admire, whose work you want to emulate, who kind of have blazed the trail in front of you, because 9 times out of 10, like, just reaching out. I've slid into the DMs of Sony. Joelle Gargiulo, she's one of them. She's a friend for life,
Love Joelle.
right? Like, she's
Jo-
someone who's like up here, but she's also the most humble, down to earth human being. So I think you just have to work hard and let that hard work speak for itself.
yeah, I think it's so important to be able to lean in on your community, on people that you consider mentors. But you're right, you have to put in the work to show that you're just not a flash in the pan, and that you are making an effort to do good, solid work. So that way, if someone puts their neck out on the line for you, it's not an embarrassment.
What's the worst that could happen, right? You put the hard work in, and then you take a chance. You have to be outgoing. You have to put yourself in positions of discomfort, because no progress is ever made inside the comfort zone. So go up to someone, say, hey, I really like your work, or give an example. XYZ, I thought XYZ was so great that you did when you talked about this, when you covered that, whatever. I would love to get you a cup of coffee and just chit chat for like 15 minutes. I know you're super busy. If it's not today, please let me know when. I can make myself available for you if you think it's worth it. Worst that could happen is that they're going to say no. Okay, then you move on to the next one. You don't take it personally, because it's not you, it's them, right?
And
Typically,
then
if
you're just in the same situation you were before, so you're no
exactly,
worse.
fine, keep it moving on to the next.
I mean, what made it so easy for me to approach you, aside from the fact that we had worked together, we were in the same space, was that you were just like such a bright person. Like, it felt like a safe place to go to. And when I think of bright, I think of your social media, which I stalk regularly.
Can you tell my mom that? She's like, what are you doing? Why are you saying this on Instagram?
Well, I mean, if it's not traveling, if it's not working out, it's work, and you are always so brightly colored. And I notice it because I myself am a lover of hot pink. I don't know if like neon is a Sagittarian connection,
We're
but
just bold. We're out here, baby.
you
Can't get rid of
always look
us.
you always look so damn good, Alex.
Oh my God, stop
How
it.
how do you define your style? Where do you find your looks? How do you find the Alex neon?
Alex, I just can't even believe that I'm about to have this conversation, because I'm not a stylish person. I owe it all to my mother. Her name is Roseanne. We call her Felicia, among other things. It's endearing. We love you, Mom. But we call her, my mother in another life before kids, was a textile maven. Like, she worked for Paloma Picasso. So if you know, you know.
Yeah.
She is like a beautiful mind. Anytime I move or I need to furnish or decorate the apartment, I'll call her, and she doesn't even have to be in the room. She'll be like, "Ooh, I feel like this color would look good here." And I'm just like, "Are you sure?" She's like, "Yeah." Like, she's so good with colors and prints and textiles and patterns. And so I grew up with that, right? And so she's just, I mean, this was the woman who was in the delivery room getting ready to birth me with a red lip. Like she is just always poise, sophistication. She'll beat your ass. But she is like a picture of class. And honestly, and it's funny because people would always ask me too when I was on TV every day and I had to wear something different. Oh, where's it's like 9 times out of 10, I hand me down for my mother or something that my mother bought me for like a birthday or Christmas. Like, here, this would look great on you. Like, all of my style, if you can even call it that, comes from her. I emulate her. My sister's also picked up on that. I don't. I'm like, whatever you guys are buying, get 2 or 3, and I'll just Venmo you the money because I want to look like you guys. You're fabulous.
I love a fabulous mom. I'm a mama's boy, as you know.
We
So
love you, mommy. We miss
we love
you.
we love all the moms. Now, as bright as you are, Alex, we all go through ups and downs. In like the last year or so, you had a lot of personal and professional change in your life.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to get into the nitty gritty of it, but when things didn't feel so bright, what did you do or what steps did you take to get yourself back to center, to get yourself back to Alex?
Ooh, honey. Um, Many. And you're right. It wasn't bright. It was dark and scary. You cannot retreat in. It's very easy to isolate when you're going through a season of discomfort or adversity, trials and tribulations, what have you. But it's humbling. But you have to be open. You have to ask for help, and you have to accept that help too. We're all nothing without our people, right? Without our circles, family, friends, the family that you make for yourself. Lean into them. They are your people, if they are your people, through thick and thin. And you know what? To that point, there were people in my life who I thought were going to be my life forever. They're no longer in it. But I also shout out to the people who come into your life when you're at rock bottom.
Hmm.
And those, I've had some of those, and those people are still with me. Now that I'm like, working my way back up. She's back in the game. So it's really important to surround yourself with a tribe and lean into them. Humble yourself, ask for help. We all need help at some point. Trying times are like a universal human thing. Everyone goes through it. If you can, share your story because you never know who you're going to help. You may think it's just you going through this, but you're not the first, and you sure as hell won't be the last.
A lot of people say the universe comes in and kind of intervenes when you're too close to something to see it for what it is. In 2014, I was working a job that I hated. I just
Oh,
knew it to my core. I just knew. I like would extend my lunch break for even if it was 5 minutes. I was like, I just need 5 minutes to not be in that space.
yeah.
And then I got fired, and it was the scariest day of my life. I was planning my wedding at the time. I was like, I'm not going to be able to
Oh my
afford my
God.
wedding. Like, what are we going to
Yep.
do? We're going to lose my apartment. All these things like started to rush through my head. And it was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. It changed the trajectory of where I was going with my career. Do you think that the universe stepped in and intervened for you? And if so, do you know what it was, or are you learning what it's been trying to teach you?
Yeah, 100%. From the jump, I would say very quickly after my relationship ended, I got fired from my job and I had to leave my apartment, which all, by the way, happened in the span of like a month. At first, I was, debilitated, but then pretty quickly, like the further removed I got from it, I was like, oh my God, it's like someone lifted the veil, right? I was like, what was I doing? I was actively killing myself. I was moving at a pace that was not sustainable. I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I wasn't getting home from work or whatever some days until 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Um, where I would just sit comatose on my couch for 30 minutes, shower, eat, bed, do it again. I was running on that wheel. Like that's what was life? I didn't have one. There was just all this stuff like compiling, and then finally the universe was like, girl, hold my beer, and just knocked me on my ass. And it was the shittiest, but also the best thing that could have happened to me. And everyone said I was going to get to this point, and I was like, yeah, when I want to die right now. But I'm seeing, I'm still like very much like, you don't just like go down for almost a year and then just pop back up. Like I'm still like very much in the rebuild phase. I'd say we're in like the final stages of it. However, I'm so on the other side of all of that right now. And it's just, I've never been happier. I'm so happy with where this redirection from the universe has taken me. And as effed up as it is to say, I really don't think I would change anything about what happened. I mean,
Oh,
made some mistakes, but it is what it is. You live and you learn, right? Like,
yeah,
if we're all human,
right. You're here. That's so exciting. I'm so
we're here.
happy for you because you
Mm-hmm.
deserve it. And I remember when those things were going down and you just weren't in a place to really talk about it, but it felt like I just wanted the best for you. I was just like sitting there going like, I don't want to DM her too much. I don't want to send her a text because I don't want to like trigger anything. But I also just was like, let me send some positive energy and vibes that way because
You did
we all
just
go
that.
through
That
it.
is, amen, honey. I mean, every time I got a text from you or a DM or Gloss Boss, I was like, oh, I just like these loves. I just love them. No, you're a fantastic friend. I love that I can call you my friend now. And you're doing the damn thing too. You're walking in light and blazing the way. And I'm
Thank you
happy to know
so
you
much.
and be in your circle.
Thank you. I'm happy to be in yours. I want to talk about something that I know brought you a lot of joy. You did this special called Pilots to the Rescue. It was so good, Alex.
Pilots to the Rescue, started in 2015, is a Brooklyn based organization made up of volunteer pilots who fly all over the country to save neglected animals and give them a second chance at life.
Where did this come from? Why is this work so important to you?
I love dogs. More specifically, I believe to the core of my being in adopting and rescuing over
Mhm.
above all else. So when I was still working in television at the last station and sweeps period came around where you have to just like get all the best, pump out the best stories that you can for ratings. They were looking for ideas, and I had come across these people, Pilots to the Rescue, Michael Schneider, amazing, Brooklyn's very own. A couple of years earlier, we had like kind of corresponded on Instagram, and then I don't know what it was. I don't even remember, but I just was like, I have an idea for a story, and lo and behold, next thing I know, I'm getting on a plane with Tony Mazza, chief photographer. Shout out Tony, and in Long Island, and we are flying down to Whiteville, North Carolina, to rescue these three dogs. And we just got to track the whole journey, like start to finish, of like what Pilots to the Rescue does and how it's pilots, trained pilots who just volunteer their own time and some of them their own plane resources. And they partner with Pilots to the Rescue and they just go wherever they need to go. And they've actually expanded their work outside of dog. It's not just dogs that are like on death's door; it's all animals now. And it's just
Mhm.
that to me is always that's literally why I started working in broadcast. I never wanted to work in news. Somehow just found myself in news. I always wanted to do the feel good, heartwarming, human interest stuff. I wanted enough of a voice and a platform so that I would be rich and famous and have all the money in the world to rescue every single dog that I could. Period, full stop. So that's always something that's been with me. And then I just saw the opportunity, so I took it. And to this day, it's my biggest, it's the piece of work that I am most proud of.
It is fabulous. Everyone should definitely check it out. I watched it like 3 times.
My
It
God,
was so good. It
thank
was
you.
so good. And it's because I also am a dog lover and a
Yeah.
rescue dog. And, you know, there are
Hmm.
little babies.
There are children.
One thing that I know about you for sure is that you're a very gracious person. And for me, I use gratitude right now in times of like worry and anxiety. I like sit there and I thank my past self for getting me to where I am today. And I thank my future self for keeping me on the path. In this period of transition and change for you, how do you use gratitude to like drown out the noise of imposter syndrome and anxiety and all those negative things?
Oh, I love. You're just like speaking my language right now, David. It's so important, and it's not just like some, and no shade because I journal now as well. It's not just like everybody on TikTok had the 5 minute gratitude journal and it's like this trendy thing. No, it is science backed. You physically cannot feel, there is no other room for any other emotion, negative or positive, when you are actively practicing gratitude. So I could sit here right now and say to you, David, I'm so grateful that I met you. I'm so grateful that you are giving me this platform in this badass show that you've started to share my story. I'm so grateful for my little yappy son who's barking besides me when I'm trying to do this interview. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for and like, if you're actively, whether it's out loud or you're writing it down or you're just thinking it, when that's what's occupying your brain space, nothing bad or anything else can penetrate it. So like, that's the science in a non-scientist's way behind it. So why wouldn't you want to practice it for 5 minutes every day or 5 minutes every night or multiple times throughout the day? And it's so important in general, but also in times where you're feeling like not your best or you're not your most confident, or that imposter syndrome creeps in, which, you know, newsflash, I thought that was just for television and broadcast people. It is. It expands. Doesn't matter what industry you work in. It's so important to just actively remind yourself of all the good that you have. And because when you focus on the good gets better, and it's hard to kind of look at anything else or worry about anything else. And, you know, only time you should look back is to see how far you've come.
Oh, that's a good one. Put that on a shirt.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Well, Alex, it's been great catching up with you, but it wouldn't be David Up to Speed if we didn't do an Up to Speed round. The goal is to answer as many questions as possible. These are fast.
Are you going to ask me about the housewives right now?
Well, let's start with the first question. Let's get right into it.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Would you ever sign up to be a Real Housewife of New Jersey?
I don't know. Am I allowed to say I don't know?
Yeah, you can. Forever, favorite New York City restaurant?
Ruby Rosa.
Favorite New York City neighborhood?
West Village.
Dirty Water Dog or Street Meat?
Dirty Water Dog.
What are you watching on TV or streaming right now?
Ooh, I am watching Emily in Paris, new season.
Ooh. TV hosts, Ryan Seacrest or Andy Cohen?
Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen or Oprah Winfrey?
Andy Cohen.
Andy Cohen or Kelly Ripa?
Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Ripa or Katie Couric?
My old answer would have been Katie Couric, but I got to go with Kelly Ripa.
Kelly Ripa or Kelly Clarkson?
Ripa.
Favorite interview?
Up to Speed with David.
Oh! Dream interview.
Dream interview. Larry David.
And that is time.
How do we do?
You did 12. Well, Alex, where can people find you?
On the gram, baby, and TikTok as well. Both are at Alex Lee Media. So stay tuned. There's a lot of exciting stuff coming in 2026. And you know, I bear it all on the gram too. So who knows what else is going to be shared.
Ooh, I can't wait.
Days, weeks, months.
I can't wait. Well, make sure you keep me up to speed. Thank you so much, Alex.
Yes.
Love you.
Besitos.
All right. That was Alex Lee. There is something about the way that she breaks things down that really makes you lean in a little closer. Alex, thank you so much for such a great conversation. Now, though, it's time to pivot for a quick second. A couple episodes back, I was talking to Cicely Sierra about sandwiches, and ever since then, I have not stopped thinking about them, which led me down a very, very deep rabbit hole. And there's a great spot in New Jersey called Sandwichitos. I kept hearing about it, so naturally I had to investigate for research purposes, obviously. So I went, I ordered, I tasted, I documented. Take a look. I am here at Sandwichitos in North Bergen, New Jersey. It is so good. I can't wait to bring you inside so you could check out all of the incredible food and sandwiches. Come with me. Could we do the jujitsu steak? Yeah. And can we have that on the totones? And we'll do the cheesy bird. But could we do that one on bread? And then we'll do an order of tater tots as well.
Regular sweet potato?
Regular, please.
You like H or barbecue chipotle or homemade sauce on the side?
All of it?
Yes, of course.
We got it, y'all. We got our sandwich Eatos. I got my tater tot. I'm ready. Oh my God, they're so delicious. I'm ready to eat. Let's go eat. Let's go eat. Come on. I am so excited to dig in. I'm going to start off with the cheesy bird. Look at how gorgeous she is. I got this one on bread. They only do the chicken on bread. Mm, mm, mm. Oh. Oh my God. No, I'm not joking. That is so good. Every good meal needs a palate cleanser, and there's no better palate cleanser than a fried potato. I'm gonna try tater tot. Now I've got cheese sauce, barbecue, chipotle ranch, chimichurri. We're gonna save chimichurri. I'm gonna go cheese. Here we go. Oh my God. Palate cleansed. This is the moment I have been waiting for. It is the most famous sandwich over at Sandwichitos. It is the Jiu-Jitsu sandwich. I talked to the owner. He says that it is marinated over 2 nights in 3 different marinades. I cannot wait to dig in. I got it on the Plátano. People travel from all over. There was people there today from Maryland. If you get it and take it home with you, they give you the chimichurri sauce on the side as opposed to pouring it on. Now, when they pour it on, it gets real juicy. It says on the menu that you definitely need napkins. A little chimichurri right on the sandwich. Nice big bite. Oh my God, I'm not joking. I'm not joking, it's not. That is, thank you, I need napkins. I just need one more bite. Stupid! Just throw my chancla, it's so dumb, it's so good. That's all I got for you. I'm gonna go finish this. You leave me alone because it's not gonna be pretty. Oh my God! It's not gonna be pretty what I do to this meal. I don't want to eat anywhere but Sandwichitos. Okay, I mean, come on. Does that not look ridiculous in the best way possible? Everything was fresh, packed with flavor, and yes, I absolutely ordered more than I needed to. But no regrets. If you're in the area, you have to check out Sandwichitos. It's located in North Bergen, New Jersey. Trust me, it is worth the trip. And honestly, I love being able to spotlight places like this. What a great show today. Great conversations, great food. Alex, again, thank you so much for that insightful chat. I can't wait to see what you do next. That's the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, and share this with a friend who is always asking, when are we eating? I'm David, and you are officially up to speed.